Okay, so welcome to the next Lunch and Learn session. Today we're going to talk briefly about TDI, building a culture of tiny daily improvements. Now, I know we've done a fair bit of training on this in the business gym, but I want to break it down again in a brief session for you guys to make sure you're actually getting on and doing this thing, right? Getting it done. So the first thing I'm going to say is the first mindset shift you need to have when you're building a lean culture, or a culture of, we like to call it TDI, tiny daily improvements, so that you're improving forevermore, is that you need to focus on growing people. This is really important. So whether it's just you starting out in business, so you need to be doing some daily learning. That's why the business gym is obviously a great place to be. Jump in and do 5 to 10 minutes of learning every day, so you're growing and learning. Bring your team with you on your journey. As soon as you hire a new person, get them in there, get them training every day as well. That's why you need to launch the morning meeting, get the morning meeting going on. So I'm going to make sure we've got a bit of a framework for you to follow. You need to make sure you have the morning meeting happening where you can teach and train and build culture. Okay. But growing people is the number one priority, because if you grow people, then they will make tiny daily improvements, TDI. They'll improve your processes and your systems and things. And then, of course, you from there, your quality and service gets better, right, as a result. Now, most people take the opposite approach, the wrong approach. They try to improve quality and service without first improving the people, right? So we get it upside down, we get it back to front. That's what the mistake I made for many, many years, until I learned about lean, and that lean is all about human development, growing people, and growing their understanding every single day of the week. Now, once you've got that framework and locked in your mind and away and going, I recommend you put this up as a little poster in your office, or put it as part of your playbook. Remember, you should be building up a playbook of how you do business, like a recipe book. Okay, so this should be part of it, this framework. Then the next thing is you need to teach your people to see waste. Okay, these are the 3 pillars of TDI or lean. Number 1, they need to learn the 8 lean wastes off by heart, starting with yourself. That's really important, because if you can't see waste, then you cannot improve, because you can't remove the waste, right? Then you make at least one TDI, one tiny daily improvement a day. Should be much more than that, but that's a place to start, and make that your minimum starting point. Okay, really, really important. And then the third thing is that you make before and after photos or videos, and then you share them on your group chat, your TDI chat, because that way everyone's learning, everyone's growing at the same rate, you're inspiring others. And we have a favorite saying that it is not an improvement until you've shared it. And the Japanese call that yokoten. So whether you want to learn that word or not, that's up to you. But it's really important that I'm just going to jump into the chat here, because it looks like there could be some issues. No worries. Okay, cool. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry about that. Okay, so make before and after videos or photos. Okay, so this here is a huge part. And if you miss any parts of this, I haven't got time to really dive into it today, just a quick session. But if you miss any one of these 3 things, you're gonna miss out. You're not gonna build a culture of TDI. Now, why is it so important to build a culture of TDI? Because every day your life should be getting better. Every day you should be removing struggle, right? So what is the point of TDI? Remove struggle, make life easier, make work flow. It's a lovely word, flow. Think about it this way. Every time work stops, there is no value being added for the customer, right? So think about a roundabout versus a set of traffic lights, right? A roundabout, the traffic can keep flowing. If it's working properly, right, the traffic will flow. So we're adding value. We keep things moving all the time. When there's traffic lights and the traffic stops, we're waiting. There's a lot of wasted potential, right? Nothing's happening, okay? So it's really, really important to understand why we do TDI. Why do we do lean? Right? If we want to live a great life, we need to live a lean life, so that we're decluttering, always decluttering. Think about that. It's a very powerful word. And in the Western world, we are awash with luxury. We're awash with too much stuff, and it just drowns us, right? In our homes, in our businesses, and everywhere we go, there is too much stuff, and it's, your things end up owning you. So I'm going to set you that challenge that every day in your business, here's the next piece of the puzzle, is you're going to do this thing called 3S, which means sweep, sort, and standardize. Okay. So instead of 5S, we call it 3S to make it really easy. So every day you set a time in the business to do 3S. Okay. And that's where I come to my daily routine. This is really important. It's another piece of your recipe or your puzzle. You should have it published on the wall or in your truck or wherever you are, is you need to have your daily routine.